Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. It's Mr. Pekri again. Today we're going to continue with capacity and volume, but this time we're going to move on to some word problems. Okay, so the first question we're going to do is, I have three different measuring jugs. They have capacities of 250 milliliters, 500 milliliters, and 1 liter. They all have the same amount in them, but they look different. And the question is, why? So I've got all of those with me now, and I'm going to show you them. So this is my measuring jug with a capacity of 250 milliliters. Here is my measuring jug with a capacity of 500 milliliters. And here is my measuring jug with a capacity of 1 liter. Now, all of these, I've measured it so that they all have the same amount of liquid in them. Now think about it for a second, why they might look like they all have different amounts. So this one is filled all the way to the top, this one is about halfway, and this one is a lot lower than these two. So this one is 250 milliliters, this one has a capacity of 500, and this one has a capacity of 1 liter. So the reason that they look like they have a different amount is because this one's capacity is 250 and it has 250 milliliters of liquid inside it. This one has a capacity of 500 and it's also got 250. So 250 is half of 500. That's why it only looks like there's a little bit, but it still has the same amount because it's got a bigger area inside than this one. And then my last one is the same explanation again. This has a capacity of 1 liter or 1000 milliliters, which is why it doesn't look like it has a lot, because it's a lot wider, so the liquid is spread out more around the container. So this is only about a quarter of this measuring jug. Okay, our next question is going to be, I have two measuring jugs. One of them has 250 milliliters and the other one has 650 milliliters. How much is there all together? Let's try and find out. So this is my first one. I've got 250 milliliters in this one. And then my next one, I've got 650. So the question is, how much is there all together? So all I need to do is add up those two numbers. So 650 plus 250. Now all I need to do is pour this into this one and it should give me my answer. So let's find out what it is. So I'm adding in the 250 milliliters onto my 650. And it looks like I've got about 900 milliliters. And I can check that using my whiteboard, which I'm going to do now. Okay, so just to check, I'm going to do 650 add 250 using column addition. So I need to start with my ones, which are 0 add 0, which makes 0. And then I need to do 5 add 5, which makes 10. So I'm going to put my 0 here and hold the 1 up here, and I'm going to add it onto these. So 6 add 2 makes 8, add the 1 as well, that makes 9. So my answer, using my measuring jugs, was right. It's 900 milliliters. Our next question is, I have 3 containers. One of them has 200 milliliters, another one has 300 milliliters, and the other one has 400 milliliters. I put them all together and then pour 350 milliliters away. How much is left? So the first thing you have to do is think about how you're going to solve the question. So it's asking you to add them all up together first and then do something afterwards. So I've got 200 milliliters in this one, 300 in this one, and 400 in this one. So to add them up, I'm just going to pour them into the biggest container because it might overflow on the other ones. So I'm going to pour my 300 into my 400 first. And then I'm going to pour my 200 milliliters into it afterwards. Okay, so that so far is about 700. And now I'm going to add in 200. So that is about 900. But the question hasn't finished yet, because I still need to pour away 350 milliliters. So I'm going to do that now. I've got a different jug here that I'm just going to pour it into. So I need to think about really carefully how I'm going to measure how much I pour away. So I've got 900 at the moment. I'm going to pour away about 100 at a time to make sure I pour away exactly 350. Okay, so I made sure that I poured exactly 350 milliliters away, and I'm left with 550 milliliters. So that means that 900 take away 350 milliliters makes 550 milliliters. So I'm going to work that out on my whiteboard now. Okay, so I'm going to work that out now using column addition. So I've got 200 milliliters, 300 and 400. So I need to add up my ones first, which is 0. And it's the same for my tens because I've got all zeros again. And then my hundreds, I've got 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900. And then the question told me to take away 350 milliliters. So I'm going to do that underneath now. Take away 350. Okay, so 0 take away 0 is 0. Now 0 take away 5 I can't do, because that would go into the minuses. So I'm going to borrow from my 9. That's going to be an 8 now. And my 0 is going to turn into a 10. So 10 take away 5 is 5. And now I've got 8 take away 3, which is 5. And that's exactly what I got on my measuring jug too. Our last question is going to be a little bit harder. So I have 750 milliliters and want to share it equally between 3 measuring jugs. How much will be in each jug? Okay, so I want to share 750 equally into 3 measuring jugs. So I'm going to use the bus stop method now, the short division, to do 750 divided by 3. So I'm going to put my 3 on the outside, and I'm going to put 750 on the inside. So the first thing you need to do is check how many times 3 goes into 7. And in my head, if I count my 3 times tables, 3, 6, it goes into 7 twice, but I've got 1 left. So I'm going to put the 2 up here, and the 1 that I have left, I'm going to put it here. Now I don't need my 7 anymore, and now I've got 15 here. So 3, how many times does that go into 15? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 is 5 times, and I don't need my 15 anymore. And then finally I've got my 0. How many times does 3 go into 0? 0, and I don't have any numbers to borrow, so my answer has a 0 on the end. So 750 divided by 3 is 250 milliliters, because that's my unit of measurement. Okay, so I've got 750 milliliters here, and I've already worked it out, and I need to pour 250 milliliters into each jug. So I'm going to pour 250 into this jug and this jug, and then I should have 250 milliliters left in this one as well. So let's put 250 into this one first, which is my capacity here, so it should be all the way to that red line. Okay, so that's 250 in that one. Now I need 250 in this one. And I should have 250 left in this one too. Let's wait for it to stop shaking. and you can see that this one has 250. So does that one, and so does that one. Okay everyone, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something from it. If you didn't really understand, you can always go back and watch it from the beginning. Thank you.